a very special day here at Memorial Stadium. Watson has all day. Hunter Renfro, what a catch in the end zone for the
Tigers. Welcome to the Clemson GameDay show. Me and TV here. I'm TV Williams.
Tajh Wood.
And today we do have some special guests that's going to be on the show that's joining us today. I'd like to introduce you. Go ahead and introduce them. These are your former teammates.
All right, so these are Tiger greats right here. Jacoby Ford.
How you doing?
CJ Spiller.
What's going on?
Welcome to the show. I appreciate you guys coming on.
Yeah,
I know it's
thank
taking
you.
up parts of the tailgating.
Oh, it's all right.
But we're going to make it brief. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to have some fun, man. Just talk some balls.
So let's start out with the Troy game. Clemson and Troy. What was y'all thoughts on the Clemson Troy game?
My thoughts, it's frustrating to watch this because you know like how explosive this offense is supposed to be. You know, it all matters whenever they go out there and put all the pieces together. So, you know, on offense, if one person messes up, the whole play can be messed up. The defense is a little different. They can get away with it. So I was a little frustrated just watching them, but I know those guys have all the talent in the world to go out there and make plays. So they'll be fine. I really wasn't worried about the Troy game. You know, it's a good game to build off of for them.
Right.
You know, just the fact they can go out there and grind it out and still come out and win the game, you know, it's always a big thing.
Right.
And CJ, from an offensive perspective, from a running back standpoint, Wayne only got a chance to touch the ball about 8 or 9 times. In order for this offense to succeed and grow, does he need to touch the ball a little bit more?
Yeah, I think Wayne, I think he'll be comfortable between that 15-20 mark. I think he pretty much, offensively, I think he's the one that really make that offense go. Everybody know once you get a good running game, it kind of opens up everything else. So, you know, last week it was tough sledding for him, but, you know, I stayed in contact with him. He was encouraged. You know, obviously, you know, you're disappointed because you didn't, you know, run it, but at the end of the day, they got the win, and that's what counts. But, you know, I think for Wayne to be successful, I think between that 15 and 20 mark, I think that'd be great for them to get going and get that offensive line some confidence. I think that's the biggest thing right now. Them guys, they playing with confidence, but I think if they run the ball more, I think they can start to continue to gain more confidence as the season goes.
Right. Absolutely.
Now, all three of y'all played with high-powered offenses in Clemson. Were there games, like, you know, for the fans who are thinking, like, man, they all just lost their talent, we don't know what happened, were there games where y'all had where it was just off? You know what I'm saying? Like, you had an off game, like you were supposed to blow them out, and you didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Georgia Tech is usually always the game I would say. I'm not sure why. I couldn't tell you why we would struggle or why we just didn't click like playing against them. But I just never forget our senior year going down there and playing them on Thursday night. We were down 21-3, and then we rallied just to come back. And usually the old Clemson teams would just fold, give up, but we took it upon ourselves and our senior class to make sure that didn't happen. So we wanted to try to just, you know, inbred a culture to turn things around and just try to make sure we don't Clemson again. So when we came back out in that second half and defense just stoned them, and offense just started putting up points. It was like it's probably one of the most amazing games I probably ever felt like after the game. Just all the text messages. Even my track coach was texting me like, "Oh man, we were so encouraged just by watching y'all come back and like fight the way y'all did." So I mean, after that game, yeah, we were mad that we lost, but at the same time, we were happy with the way that we finished that game. Usually it wouldn't have happened.
And it's interesting you say that. Obviously, for me, being so young during that time, I got a chance to see the turning of a culture. And obviously, it started with you guys. It started with the mentality to be successful. Obviously, you guys are big recruits. I mean, 2-sport athletes. It's not as likely to do that as now as you did back then. But at the end of the day, I mean, you guys, you know, were prolific for what is happening to the Clemson's production now.
Appreciate
Man.
that,
So,
Tajh.
absolutely.
you gotta have a strong foundation to build anything, right?
You do. And I can pick it back off on the program. I mean, you're going to have those games where it just nothing's going to be clear. We all play offense, so it's going to be one of them days where it just seems like nothing ain't going right. But if you just find a way just to do enough to get that win, I think that one counts at the end of the day. It ain't always going to be pretty. You know, I'd rather take an ugly win than a pretty loss.
Yeah.
That's what I was telling the guys, you know, last week.
I like that.
I take an ugly win than a pretty loss.
Right.
So I think that game last week kind of humbled them guys. Not saying that they was a big game, but it kind of brought them to the reality that, you know, any week you can be beat. It don't matter, you know, who you playing against. You know, them guys, they on scholarship just like you. They're just not at a big time school as you. But any week you can go out there, you can get. If you play like that, you can get beaten. I mean, it almost happened, but unfortunately for us, we was able to get the win.
Right. Yeah, and that's what a lot of people, I don't think, if they never played football, they don't realize. You know, I played for a year at a smaller school at North Greenville. Like, we had guys that ran a 4.3. You know, we had guys that bench 400 or 500 pounds. You know, but it's the little things that separate. People think it's a bigger thing, like, oh, everybody at Clemson 6'6", 300 pounds, and they run a 4.3, and this team is 5'7", and they run a 5.5. You know, but it's not that big of a difference. You got the same time. It's the little things that separate. You know, and that's what I try to tell people. Like, I mean. So that's kind of where I get from there. But I mean, you guys building off of it. I mean, what they built off of you guys. I mean, basically that's what you guys paved the way for all this. So thank y'all. Yeah.
Well, to me, honestly, I tell people all the time, it started way before us. I mean, Clemson has been a historic program. We just came in, just kind of kept putting a layer on that. Tajh and T.V, they just took it to a whole different level.
Right.
I always pay respect to the guys that came before me, that was able to lay the foundation. I think really the foundation was that 81 championship.
Right.
They the one that really got this thing. They was national champions.
Right.
So then everybody else behind that kind of
just chasing that.
Put a layer on part of the house, as you can say.
Right.
It's just getting bigger and bigger. So I'm excited the way this program going. Schwinner has done a phenomenal job. The way he recruits, the way he coaches, and I think guys are really bought into his style.
Right.
Absolutely. Right. And heading into this South Carolina State game, Buddy's Pugh been a long-standing coach for a while. They're going to come in with the same mentality, much like Troy. Wanting to come in, put some film up against some top-tier talent. They want to come in. They want to be as successful as possible, as early as possible. What does Clemson have to do early to diminish that?
They got to come out and just they got to execute. Like this is a team. They're going to come out that first quarter. You know what you're going to get. You're going to get a fiery, scrappy bunch. But at the end of the day, like, they just go out and play Clemson football, they'll be just fine. But if they let this team try to hang around, then we can be sitting here looking at another Troy type of game. But as long as they go out there and execute, they do everything they have to do. The game, it's not going to be close. It shouldn't be close. I don't want it to be close. And I just know that
you wanted to click as early as possible.
I want them to click, and you have to.
Heading into conference play, especially.
Exactly. Because if you let that team stay around there, they're going to think they have a chance. But if you go out there and just hit them in the mouth from the first play to the last play, they'll fold. And, that's what you have to do. Because I remember when we played them, they're going to come out, they're going to talk trash, they're going to yap, they're going to do everything they can to try to get in your head and keep themselves in the game motivated, personally. But you don't worry about them, just play what we have to do.
Right.
And the biggest thing is just kill their confidence.
Right.
You can't let a team like that, hang on to confidence. But we seen it last week with Troy. They'll come with a lot of confidence. The crowd really wasn't into it. So I think if Clemson just can take their confidence out of it and keep it striving to the game, I think that'll be fine. Obviously, a lot got to happen, but the biggest thing is just taking their confidence away. They coming in. They coach probably said, you see what happened to Troy. You see how Troy went in there and played. So they coming in with all those emotions. They're gonna be fired up. They're playing in the big time against the number 5 team in the country, big time stadium. So I think early, take their confidence away and let them know, hey, it's gonna be a long day.
They're gonna try to treat it like a national championship.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna come here and
every week.
They're gonna put the bar. They're gonna set the bar super high.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what Troy did. Troy set it high, and Troy came out and played a hell of a game.
They did.
They played a hell of a game. But I know NC State. I know just because we have players that were here and they have brothers on that team. So we were just getting like inside just how they think and how they operate. And they have confidence that they can come out here and win. Like they don't think that we're playing Clemson, we can lose. No, they're coming out here. They think they can win. They think they can beat us here in our stadium. But like CJ said, you just got to go out there and kill the confidence right off the bat.
And we ain't lost here in like 2 years. It's been like 14, 16 games. It's been a long time since we lost here, so we can keep that rolling today. But I got a question. You let Tavian Feaster wear your number. What was that easy? What went into that? Can you tell me a little bit about it?
It wasn't an easy decision because of what the number means, but it was coming up on the 10-year anniversary since I had to commit to Clemson, and they came to me about the idea, and I knew it was going to come because I had watched so many spin in high school, and so a lot of thought process went into it, but there's a lot of guidelines that has to be met. Everything that I heard about the kid, I was going to hear both good and bad. But I just had a gut feeling that it was time. I had talked to a lot of people at Clemson, got their input, what they thought about me. They thought it was a great idea. So it's great to see that he has the opportunity for him to come and even ask. Can he wear the number? To me, that right there just showed how humble he was as a kid. Some kids are nervous to come ask. What number that's retired. So him to even have the opportunity to ask. a little bit show. So I'm excited to actually get to see him play in person today.
Okay, all right. So yeah, I mean, have you seen him I mean, you say you watch film, but have you seen him like any of the practices or anything?
No, I haven't seen any practice. I just heard, from the practices.
Right.
Today I did a very close and personal experience with him, so I'm excited about it.
It's a lot of expectations to live up to. And for this team, as far as the expectations goes for this Clemson football team this year, I think that's one of the things that's hindering a little bit. Is for them to try to live up to the expectations, the hype of everything, instead of just going out there and just laying it down there, going out there competing to their capabilities and just making the simple plays. I mean, Clemson receivers have had 12 drops in the last 2 games, very uncommon. I can't even remember a season where we had 12 drops as a whole. So what do you suggest to the younger guys coming into the rest of this season in order to live up and fulfill what they want to do this season?
I mean, just being out there with practice this week, Dabo's had them all week.
Right.
So that was just like, that was like a coming home for me. Dabo was my receiver coach. So the fact that he can go and instill his receiver knowledge on these young guys that they don't really get all the time. They do all these drills and stuff. Like when I tell you, they were way more focused than I've seen them. They were holding in, they were focused. Dabo had them doing all the drills that we did. Even CJ knows.
Right.
We'd be the last ones on the field. They were doing all types of drills, like after practice, before practice, and just their attention to detail that Dabo was just he's telling them. And he flat out told us, he said, man, I never got the chance to coach the Sammy Walker or the DeAndre Hopkins. He's like, man, I had a bunch. I had the Grishams, I had the Jacobys, I had 2-star Aaron Kelly, who became the all-time ACC receiver.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
he had guys like that.
That dude was
and
nasty.
to me, I was a receiver, but I wasn't a receiver. I was just a fast guy that can just run around.
Athletic though, baby. Athlete, baby.
I was an athlete. He instilled so much into me where when he talks, I felt like he was still talking to me. Just because, he was such a great receiver coach, he still is. He was so excited just to be able to put his hands on those guys and just be involved with them this week. And you can just tell, like, by his attention to detail how when he talks to one, you just start seeing a couple of them just come over just listen to what he's saying. Because that's some knowledge that you're not going to get all the time.
Absolutely.
And this is a guy, he's coached a lot of football, he's coached a lot of great receivers. He's coached a lot of great receivers, and people don't know, man. He's probably one of the best receiver coaches I think I've ever had.
Well,
I take my hat off to him.
we are named Wide Receiver University now, so and that came up right along the time, so I mean that validates it. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting out the best wide receivers in college, best coach.
The fact that he can instill that head coach to the whole team now. So it's like now everybody gets what we had. So
Right.
I feel grateful that I was able just to have him. I'm a little jealous that everybody gets to have him the way that we had him, but
Right.
now everybody gets to see the type of coach that he really is. He's a player's coach. He's gonna love you. He'll jump you, but he means it just to get you better. He's gonna get you mentally tough. He's gonna get you focused in. This is his thing. He's tunnel vision. He don't want you seeing none of this. Just focus just right here. And once you do that, you see how much more smooth things go for you.
Okay. Does anybody have a memory about playing South Carolina State? Anyone of y'all got a memory about playing them?
I got knocked out the game.
Just playing Mike Hand's little brother.
You got knocked out the game.
Yeah. Took a bad hit.
knocked out?
Look, my worst games came against opponents that weren't, the big names. You know what I'm saying? So Troy's, the South Carolina
My
State.
fans always try to get out the game at least about half, third quarter.
Exactly. So
Right, yeah.
score prediction. What you got?
I think Clemson they need to get 40 points today to get that confidence going, get that offense going. So I'll say between 40 to 10, somewhere in there.
I'm going to say like 38-3.
38-3.
I'm going with 80-0, baby. I always go way overboard. I know it.
We're gonna divide that by 2.
40-0. Okay. Like, if I would have listened last week, it'd have been a little closer. So I'll take that. But I'm rooting for that 80-0 because I feel like we are. If we played our capabilities, I think we could 80-0.
If I started staying that whole game, that's the only way we're going to
Well, I mean, on our receivers now, they say they too deep. Ray, when we was at practice, he talking about, man, there's no drop off for the ones and twos.
That's the thing. We didn't have depth like that when I was here.
Right.
These boys have depth. They can go out. They can go and switch out 3 straight receivers. Us, if one went down, it changes the whole. CJ would have to go to receiver.
Yeah, I remember.
CJ would have to go to receiver. You got to put Andre Ellington back there and be a running back.
Right.
So, like, they have so much depth. Like they don't understand like how blessed they are right now to have these opportunities that they have. It's just great to see these young pitchers come out there. I'm always excited. Even when I get out there and I work out with them, I'll get out there and that will let me run around the cleats. So, you know, it's a blessing just to hear me lets me do that. But
Right.
they'll look up to me and I don't say too much to them, but when it's time to say something to them, I definitely will jump. You know, just to tell them, like, man, y'all focus in, like, have each other's back. That's one thing we always did. We always had each other's backs, but it was receivers, running backs, defensive backs. It didn't matter. Like, if I drop the pass, he jump me. If he fumble the ball, I jump him. Like, he could be way on the other side of the field, and if I see it, I'll jump him.
The accountability that you have to one another.
You have to have that. And I think that's what this team, that's what they need that. They're a younger bunch. They're only going to get better. They're only going to get better.
Right.
So these first two games are just with a growing experience for them, and I think today they're going to really show what they made up for.
So what you're saying is it's not possible to lose all of the talent you had from one year to the next year.
No way.
We back, baby. It's game day. Can we do the chant?
Go ahead, yeah, start it up.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. CLEMSON. TIGERS. Fight, Texas, fight, Texas, fight, fight, fight. Woo!
Thank you guys for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate y'all.